As far as Belfast goes, let me get back to some of the troubles and the difficulties that they had during the 70s. If you go to Belfast or most towns in Northern Ireland, they have these big murals, and they're not nice murals, unfortunately. They were kind of like, "This is my turf" mural. The houses there, many of the inner city houses, are one big block of house, and then there are individual doors on and walls for these houses, and so yeah, literally, like, you'll see one structure down an entire street until the next intersection, and then you'll have individual doors and individual yards, and that's a lot of what especially the inner city housing is like. And so on the front of those, or on the back of those, not on the individual doors, but side to side facing an intersection, that's where those murals are, and they're kind of scary murals, like people in black clothing and ski masks with, rifles pointed at you, like from these days, where quite literally, if you were a Catholic walking down this Protestant neighborhood, well, that was a warning to you to not walk down that neighborhood, or else the mural kind of suggested what might happen to you. And the IRA did the same thing. I heard about one mural in particular that quite disturbing to see your name on this mural. It was a mural of a graveyard, and they would put gravestones with someone's name on it, and birth date and a death date in the future. And so can you imagine, like, you're going to work one day and you see your name with a future date, and that was the troubles. That's what the kind of thing that was going on during the 60s and 70s. So you can imagine, like, what these people have lived through. People were afraid to go outside. Streets that we would walk down every day, we would see photographs of them during those times, and it looked like a war zone. There were cars on fire, craters in the street, craters in the houses, bullet holes. I mean, it was a truly, truly scary time for them. But now, when I was there, it's more just gang warfare. The IRA still exists. I think it's been disbanded officially now. They've disarmed officially a few years after I left. And so they've made such progress. And so we just knew, as missionaries, I never had any problems with that. There were definitely neighborhoods that, we walked down, and maybe, now I may not walk down. But it was more just of like an inner city kind of problem that you would expect to find in any city, and not necessarily anything particular or peculiar, to Belfast, or to Northern Ireland in general. But it did sometimes feel tense in the air. I personally, I liked the Republic of Ireland a little bit better, but some people liked the Northern Ireland better too. Both are just fantastic, and the members of the church are fantastic in either place. They really are just faithful people. So Northern Ireland, getting back to the trouble. Sorry about that. Some of the remnants of the troubles now, like I mentioned, is mostly gang warfare now, and so it really has very little to do with being Catholic or being Protestant, or even being for the Republic of Ireland or being for England and the Crown. It has very little to do with that anymore. It's mostly gang warfare and drugs and that sort of thing. And so in that sense, the troubles really have died down, and And as far as missionaries go, there really is no threat there that you wouldn't expect anywhere else. But there are those scars.